Hey, it's me again. This session, we did have a little bit of a technical issue right at the start. Bree's microphone was not picking her up. We did not realize until about 40 minutes in. So if you can't hear her talking or if she's really, really quiet, it is not you, it is us. So we did fix it halfway through, so you should be able to hear her, but just wanted to give you a heads up. Thanks for watching.
Welcome! Thanks for showing up again. Appreciate it. We're figuring this out. We'll see what else goes on. All right. We're just driving the ship. All right. Roll for recap, please.
I'm not going to.
I don't want to.
Oops.
I wonder what
Oh,
I would do
thank
if
God.
I got it.
Ooh.
I got an 18.
I got a 7.
I got a 7 as well.
Oh, that's a 6.
Well,
Curse is broken.
I
You-
also
use your
got a
pers-
7, though,
use your
so what would
inspiration.
happen?
Yeah.
I
Use my inspiration for this.
But I had to roll.
I'll
Wow.
use my inspiration for this.
Yeah, all
An
right.
inspi off. Oh God, what did happen last time? I wasn't even paying attention.
That's a lot.
We started on the boat with Al unconscious, and I took him to bed, and Tank was like, I didn't get to go, did you? And they're like, yeah, we did. And she's like, I didn't get to go, did you? And they're like, kinda.
Go where?
Into the dream.
All right.
The gray.
The gray, yeah. So Tank's all upset because she didn't get to go and everybody else did. Despite this being her second go around, she's like, she can't just let other people have fun. And
Tell us how you feel.
so
Jared is salty.
Yeah.
I go to bed. Salty girl goes up to bed in the crow's nest. And we all nap all right. We all have some weird dreams. Hag visited Tank in her dream.
You don't know that.
We don't know.
But they know that.
Oh, true.
Yeah, do you want me to just tell them what I know? Because it's going to narrow this down a lot. So then we wake up. Jared goes up, sees her, and they don't really talk. And then Al wakes up, and Bree wakes up, and we all go up, and they're like, okay, be careful. The ship's going to get rocky in these waters, so you might want to tie yourself to ropes. And we're like, okay. Also, where the river meets the ocean, like, creatures live there. And we're like, okay, cool, sharks. And we get there, and there's dragons, legless dragons. So, dracons. So weird how they just decided to fight us when we get there. But they did some big damage right away and then didn't do shit the rest of the time. And we did good. Killed them. And
Excuse
that's...
me.
We killed 2.
Who killed them?
We collectively killed 2,
Okay.
and 1 ran away at 1 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, dracked off.
Yes.
Yeah, we found that out later.
And the only reason Tank killed them is because she's like, I'm going to throw thorns on you. And they're like, I'm bleeding a lot.
It worked.
Exactly like that. They were like, oh, wow, look at that.
They're like, and both times they try and fly and run away, they're like, caca, and then, whoosh,
Yeah, then.
oh, it's all going dark, and then they drown.
Yep.
I don't think they actually died from the blood
No,
loss.
They died from.
They
the
just lost the energy
rambles.
and then drowned, and it
Yeah.
was actually a really bad way to die. Like, as ways to go, I've heard water is not great.
I'll try harder.
You know, you mentioned sharks earlier, and we don't know that there weren't sharks. We just didn't see them.
The sharks
Those
might have
were
finished them
not
off.
well, the point is those were not the creatures we were alluded to.
No.
Honestly,
But-
we weren't really alluded to anything.
Yeah,
Our
we-
minds just went to ocean, sharks.
Yeah.
Right. We did not ask a lot of questions.
No, we were
either.
like, "Good morning."
we
we
like,
heard shit might hit
"Okay,
the fan."
Whatever comes, we got it. Ready, go.
We're good.
We got it.
We did.
Yeah, we weren't wrong.
And that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Wow, what an intro.
Just like that. All right. So we will pick up.
Right after the
Guys.
battle.
Huh?
Right after the battle, man.
Yeah. We're picking up right as you guys are going through the headwaters. Enough of the kind of rocky boat going back and forth. You notice that the rope that was flipped up over that long thing has now like emptied, and the large anchor that they had that was attached to a buoy has also dumped. So as you guys make your way out to deeper water, you see just like this like buoy sitting there, presumably so that they can get back up.
So smart. So smart.
So,
I'm glad we figured out what that was.
Yeah,
for.
because I was so confused
I
at
thought they were
first.
just throwing perfectly good rope out the back of the boat.
I thought it was like they were gonna use it now, and I was like,
Onto the rocks.
yeah.
So the mouth of the river canal begins to drop out of view as Kelrick turns the boat south, following the coast down to Strongbank.
Yes.
You looked
The map was
concerned.
upside down in my brain for some reason, so
Why are we going south?
I 180'd it, and I was like, we are indeed going south.
Yes.
As Kelrick is steering, Zorda
I can't wait till we're off the boat.
and Yoster are like fixing things on the boat as best they can, and then the mast, as that you've seen several times, they completely open it up by like spinning it.
Yeah.
Comes up, opens, and you guys are able to keep a pretty good clip with the wind at your guys' backs. The sun also begins to break through the clouds as it's kind of turned more into like probably midday afternoonish.
So, can we like? Because I'm definitely hurting. Can we like?
Oh,
figure
I'm
out,
short
like, a
resting.
heal?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
the sun, like I said, kind of beats through the clouds, warming you guys and drying you as well. And I will let you guys do whatever it is. I just wanted to.
I'm going
give you
to-
a-
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
You're good.
First things first, untie myself, and then come.
Right. Yes.
Come
Yeah, you
down.
are still kind
I'm
of
definitely
attached.
don't wanna attach to
Bree
this.
forgets. Oh,
For
sorry.
reals. Oh.
Gag yourself.
I keep dying around.
No, but like like when if like something hits you in the stomach, you're like, "Ugh," like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
I am.
I'm ready.
I think I'm gonna take a nap. Just a
Yeah.
little hour nap.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't have
You don't have to
nap,
sleep. You just have to
chill.
not be doing anything.
Yeah, you just have to sit on the ground for an hour.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Okay, if you want a nap, old man.
I also need to kind of recollect my thoughts after that one. That was
That was
are
a
you- are
lot.
you- So, what happened?
Dude. I think. Oh, Thing tried to bite me, and I was like, no. It came up. It acid breathed us. Yes, it went and it like acided on me, and then I was like, that was unfortunate, and so I started to like leave. And then when I turned back around, it was like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, what? And then it just I didn't like looking at it.
I understand. I'd only seen like the wings from when I was coming up beforehand. So thank you for the heads up, but that's incredibly strange. I've never.
It was like
Oh.
when I made eye contact with it, it was like, bitch, be careful.
I read stories of like, oh god,
What color was
a Medusa, a Gorgon.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
But like stone, not like ow, that hurts. So
She shouted that. Ow! It hurts.
Right. Interesting. As far as like, never met a creature who can just hurt you by looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're all okay. Is the rest of the crew like look around, like kind of check to make sure everyone else is.
Didn't Zorda get
Shape.
pretty messed up?
Yeah, Zorda is hobbling around trying to fix the ship, but is like very, very badly wounded.
I have an idea.
Use command
Um,
and tell her to
Feel
be well.
better. Try harder.
Be better.
Okay. I get to do this once per long rest. Right? I want to double check. I'm just gonna double check. I wanna
Command
use
is
my,
just a single word thing, right?
Yeah. Heal.
Yeah, I unfortunately cannot do that. It's my
Listen.
my channel divinity. I think they're once per
Rejuvenate.
Yeah, it is once per.
long rest. I will look up the specifications of those. I can at least do it once, so we're gonna do it once. For the Twilight Domain, I have Twilight Sanctuary as my channel divinity as opposed to Turn Undead. I have both, but this is my option. feet. So if I stand in the center of the boat, I should be able to. I'm within 30 feet of everybody on the boat.
Mhm.
Cool. And a sphere emanates from me, lasting for a minute, with a 30-foot radius.
Healing bubble.
Whenever any creature, including myself, ends its turn inside of the bubble, I can grant that creature either 1d6 health per cleric level, or end one effect causing charm or frightened.
Yep.
So
So does that can like? Well, here's my.
1 minute would be 10 charges.
So you get 10d6 to give out.
Oh, it's per creature. Each creature who ends a turn in the
Gets
sphere.
10. Wow.
This is temporary HP.
Oh wow.
So I don't know how long it lasts for.
Do each of us
So
get?
you temporary heal us,
I
and
think
then
it's
we would sleep in permanently.
Or just short rest. But like if someone was like, I'm not like I'm.
1 second. I'm gonna look up the wiki page real quick.
Well, yeah, because I'll use my hit dice. If not, I just want to know.
Yes.
Well, I'm also wondering.
I thought this healed never read it the first time too, so I want to triple check what it says on the thingy as
yeah,
well.
Um,
So
yeah.
I technically only have 3 less than my max.
Okay.
I won't know if I get to be fully healed up to 50 again until I short rest.
Right.
So I mean, I'm basically fine. Like I don't need healing right now.
it is
I
10
bet
hit
so.
points.
10 points.
It is temporary hit points. It's not healing, but it does specify how long they last for.
Well, typically it's like you have temporary heal or temporary hit points, and then if you're like going into combat or something, those are the first ones to leave. So like if you have HP of 50,
So if
it'll
you-
bump your max to 60.
But it would stack. So in this case, and in this, how long it lasts for, right? So hypothetically, right? Like because this triggers once for each creature at the end of its turn every round. For
It's like a mid-combat thing.
right, and it moves with me.
Mhm.
But even then in combat, let's say I end my turn, I get a d6, and I don't take damage, and then it comes to my next turn, and I get another d6.
Yeah.
Does that add to the stuff I already have?
I think so.
You would have, does it say it has a max of 10 HP?
Well, it's just 10 rounds.
It lasts. The
Does it
spell
last a
itself
minute?
lasts for 1 minute. So
I
do
think-
the temporary hit points go away at the end of the minute?
Can you read the whole thing, or is it longer?
So this is my channel divinity. So clerics, as in general, gain channel divinity at 2nd level. You may use it. There's a typical one on the regular page. So as far as how often you can use it, I have to refer to on the actual page. I'm on the Twilight specific section on the wiki dot. This is from Tasha's Cauldron. I get Twilight Sanctuary. At 2nd level, you can use your channel divinity to refresh your allies with Soothing Twilight. As an action, you may present your holy symbol, and a sphere of twilight emanates starting from you. The sphere is centered on you, has a 30-foot radius, is filled with dim light, and moves with you. It lasts for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including yourself, ends its turn inside of the sphere, you may grant the creature one of these benefits. You grant it temporary hit points equal to 1d6 plus your cleric level, or you end one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened. And that's every single round it ends its turn.
So what could I get that 10 times? Or I know, or is temp HP not stacked?
I don't think it stacks.
But I guess I could at the end of one turn if I roll a 1, and then at the end of the next turn be like, I'm going to re-roll because the odds of me getting more temp hit points.
Yeah, I guess I don't
So you
know
can
why it
replace
wouldn't.
them.
Yeah, I guess why would
I think you can, like, let's say you have 1d6 plus whatever your cleric is, and let's say it's 2.
two
So
in this
let's
case.
yeah, okay. So let's say it's a total of 8.
Sure, I get
I don't think you can go 8 and then 8 again. I think it's you have you have 8 temporary hit points, and if you drop the 8, you can regain the 8. But I don't think that they would stack on top of.
Per Google search, it says that temp HP don't stack.
Temp
Ti-
HP don't stack.
Typically, temporary HP does not stack, but I think in this case you can Typically, you can't. Once you lose it, it's gone. In this, it sounds like you can regain it.
It
but it's
sounds
just
like
the max.
this is meant to be an in
Yeah.
combat thing, so it's
So-
not like a permanent. It's not a post combat heal.
In the
Correct.
I've never looked at temp hit points, so very specifically, what I'm assuming that Sarah's looking at says, Healing cannot restore temporary hit points, and they cannot be added together. If you have temporary hit points and you receive more of them, you decide whether to keep the ones that you already have or to gain the new ones. For example, if a spell were to grant you 12 temporary hit points when you already have 10, you can gain the 12 and drop the 10, but you may not have 22 at a time.
Yeah.
If you have 0 hit points, receiving temporary hit points doesn't stabilize you nor restore you to consciousness. They can still absorb damage directed at you while you're in that state, but only healing can save you.
It also says that they would last until the end of the current combat
They last until... That is not what I see. It says, unless you have a feature that grants you temporary hit points as a duration, they last until they're depleted or you finish a long rest.
encounter. Okay.
I've heard the until they're depleted or you finish a long rest
That
more
makes
than I've heard.
Unless
Yeah.
unless there's one
Yeah.
specified, like if it says
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
have temporary hit points for an
Understand.
hour or whatever,
Yeah.
then obviously it's
So as
whatever
far
it
as
is.
my question of do they stack, no, and how long would they last? We could effectively say that we could take 8 extra hit points as a temporary health buff
Yes.
to all of us.
Yes.
So
until your spell ends, which it sounds like it would end at a long rest.
Like overnight, those 10
Yeah, yeah.
HP.
Like if
The
you
spell-
become incapacitated,
Because
it then
The
drops.
no, the spell that
No.
that gives you the temp HP would be gone after a minute, but your
Yes.
temp HP stay
Yes.
until you use
Yeah,
them.
I'm not giving it
Okay.
to you anymore. Like your
Yeah.
your what's the word? Constitution has
Mhm.
been bolstered
Yep.
until you otherwise lose
Sure.
it or go
Yeah.
to sleep. Okay. Sorry for the rules deviation there. I want to look at one more thing for the Celestials, see how long we can use it.
So I know we should
But I'm
take
not gonna
GPT with a grain of salt, but
Yeah.
it does say temp HP will go away when they're depleted, when you gain new temp HP, when the effect that grant them
that's what
ends,
we're-
or when you finish a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
And
And-
under when the effect that grant them ends, it does specifically say 1 minute, for example, Twilight Sanctuary or Heroism.
I should be doing this a lot more often, and I will be doing this much more often, just as a fair heads up, because Channel Divinity restores at short or long rest.
Oh
I did not know that.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the way at least I read that is the same way that Chat GPT reads it,
Which is, I'm sorry, one more time as far as... what
Once the spell
limitation?
goes away, the temp HP go away.
And that's specifically for,
For Twilight.
it
Sanctuary.
specifically names Twilight Sanctuary and Heroism.
That's what I was reading too, but I
Yeah.
also saw other sub
Yeah.
that said the until they're gone.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a spell by spell. What's the level of the spell?
This is not a spell.
Channel
This
Divinity.
is my...
Channel
Oh,
my,
it's just a thing that
That's
happens.
This
what
is
I
the
was Googling
cleric.
too.
It's my cleric domain. Like, so every cleric naturally gets Channel Divinity
Yeah.
at level 2, where they get Turn Undead, and then depending on the domain they pick, gets an additional path.
Right.
So for Twilight domain, this is what the Twilight domain gets,
Mhm.
is they can give whatever.
Yeah, I think it's only the temporary hit points are coming from the divine
That would make sense.
connection. So once that is not
could-
focused
from a
on,
D&D
it's no
Beyond-
longer continued.
Here's a D&D Beyond thread that says the sphere moves temp HP unless a feature grants you temp hit points. Temp HP rules state, unless a feature that grants you temporary hit points has a duration on the effect, then they last until they're depleted or you finish the rest. Therefore, the feature that grants
So-
the temporary hit points here, Twilight Sanctuary, has a duration 1 minute.
Yeah.
Member details.
So it sounds like since the giver of the temp HP is gone,
After a
it's
minute.
meant to
Yeah.
be something where you can end your turn in the bubble, run out, go hit something, and then come back and heal up again.
I'm sorry, this is a thread, so there was a. I thought I saw someone who actually had a thing on here. I'm gonna read this through real quick.
Yeah.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll read. I don't even take more
Okay,
time.
well, it sounds like though it's not gonna work.
It's
Okay,
okay. Yeah.
short
In,
rest.
in any case, I'm not gonna do it.
Short
everybody
rest.
Here, so that's
Okay,
okay.
I'm gonna
Sure.
use my.
Yeah, hit dice.
I'll use one of my hit dice, but I don't think I can actually. So after my short rest,
Mhm.
do I feel like can I heal up to 50 again?
No.
No. Okay. Nice. I'm gonna do 2 then. Okay. I'm max. My fake max. My
Okay.
temporary max.
So, really, the rule is as we read it, which is that unless the effect specifies a duration which the temporary hit points last, then they last indefinitely until a long rest or until they're depleted.
So the way that I read that was the minute.
Well, but that's the effect of the bubble, right? And it says for every round during the minute it triggers, but it does not specify
But it
that
can't
the temporary
stack, right?
the temporary hit points can't stack. We
Yeah.
already established that, right? I can
Mhm.
either take an instance of shield effectively, like shield, or I can take an instance of cleansing of a frightening or a fear. But the effect that says you gain shield does not have a time limit on the shield. It does not specify that that lasts during the duration of the bubble, nor does it say anything about if you were to leave the bubble that it dies or anything of the sort. It just says that if you are to end your turn, you get temporary hit points. So the only distinction which I was seeing online, and there was a lot of back and forth about for just opinion, right, was whether or not, because it's a bubble of whatever, right? People are saying, oh, well, it says that it only lasts a minute, but the minute does not refer to
The temporary hit
shield.
points.
Right.
It pertains to the.
Let's table
ability.
it and then
Yeah.
and we'll talk about it when we're not. I
Okay.
mean, unless you want to, like, we can talk about it now. I
kind of do, only because this one, knowing that Channel Divinity happens every short rest is a big change. I have actively not been using it because I thought it was only long rests, and so I just didn't have a good chance to do it very often. And if this is a short rest thing, very truthfully, I will be doing this every time we do anything in
Sure.
between whatever, because it will just effectively give us all an extra 8 hit points.
Yeah, and based off of what everybody has read, to me, I would say that it would end at the minute. I don't think that it is a continual temporary thing. But again, you can use it every short rest, so when you're going into combat or something, obviously do that.
Within 30 feet of everybody. I have to be
right.
next to
Right. Yeah, my whole thing is the duration of time is what I'm.
It's also a concentration thing, which means that I can't do anything else while it's up. So that also means as soon as I go to suggest somebody else or establish a mental link, I drop the bubble.
Yeah.
So in that sense, that means that your hit points go away as soon as I do anything else. So
How
for
much
10
is-
whole rounds
with
for
the
you to
divine
have-
divinity portion of it, my thing is that you're getting the temporary hit points from your god, and your god's not going to stick around for
right.
that long.
But hear me out, right? If I go and I say, so I come in to fight. We go turn 1. Make the bubble. It lasts 6 seconds. Everybody gets 6 health. Then I turn to want to talk to Tinker, who is 30 feet away. I have to drop the bubble, and so immediately 6 seconds later, because my god isn't actively present, you all just lost the 6 health you got because the bubble's not there.
But if it isn't concentration only broken if 1 you get hit or 2 you cast a different concentration spell?
Right, and my mental link is a concentration
Yeah,
effect, right? So I'm
yeah.
saying everything.
Yeah,
like, I have
everything
a
that-
lot of concentration. Suggestion is concentration.
Yeah.
That's concentration. So like, I get what you mean, but also like that it basically will be a useless thing because it won't happen. It'll basically be everybody
wouldn't be
gets
able to
6
do
It
health
wouldn't do
anything else
for
ever.
for 10 rounds.
If
for everyone
if
to
he
consistently
drops
get
it and we
6
drop
health.
our HP.
Okay, so is it a fair compromise then to do you get the whatever the is for 10 rounds? Because that is designed as a combat. It is not designed as a boost to be going forward in game. That's what that's written for.
It's because it's not going to be used as a hey, good morning everyone, here's my channel divinity, I'm going to short rest.
Right.
Like it because it's meant
Why
to be.
wouldn't it be? Like as a blessing of like, hey, here is the benefit of the moon, right? Like here is literally the Twilight's blessing. Your what's the word? What I used earlier. Your constitution is benefited because I took the time out of my day as a cleric to give you a benefit, a prayer of my god.
Yeah.
So why would you not just give it to yourself every day and then just
That's what I'm saying.
right, and then
Yeah.
just max your HP. So your hit points isn't like if it's 50, it's immediately 58 every. So what's the that's what I'm saying is
Because
I don't
I don't get another cleric thing to do this thing. And I've never used this thing because under the pretext that we're talking about, it's useless.
Yeah.
So-
I would
So
rule
it's a
that as a
flat-
combat thing. I don't think it is used as a general
yeah,
thing.
the way I
still
kind of
the-
see it is you are an immovable shield giver for those 8 minutes or 10 rounds or whatever during combat.
as like
So-
an absorption.
But then okay, let's say but if it was in combat and then he uses it for a second, he goes to mental connect to someone, do we get to keep those 6 8 those whatever HP
Because
we rolled?
if they go away, right, based on this, then they should go away immediately.
Yeah.
If what you're saying is that, then they should go away immediately.
That's why what I read is they go away at the end of the combat round. So when
That is what that's
you
what
can
I'm saying.
do it.
But then it's still not helpful, right? Like, because then unless
would
everyone gets
be.
attacked in that round,
it
it's
would
not.
be if we start the combat and you do it.
It's
and
on
you
me to
give
find a
us
good
all-
corner
No,
case
but-
for it anyway. So I'm not trying
But
to
if
take
you all
however
lose
long
and we all get
but
6 or whatever the thing is,
right, but we
and
get one
then
roll
you-
to roll.
yeah, you do it, and then you're like, okay, I'm
Then
gonna
you-
stop it and suggest.
The
We still
temp
keep
HP stay there
those
until the end of the combat.
Until combat is
The
done.
entire not the combat like just through once through the row. The entire
Entire
we are out of combat.
Okay, and we're done. The fight's over.
I think that given the stipulations that we talked about here that the DM wants to use, I think that sounds more fair. But I'm also
Yeah.
going to say that that is the one specific way that it's been done, which is the one that we've all said isn't the one that that is the one timing for how temporary shield has not been written. Like the specific ruling on temporary hit points is supposed to be, unless it specifies otherwise, it's supposed to be until the long rest, they are expired, or until the effect of that duration ends. So if I end the duration, they should end if we're going to follow the rule to the letter.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but there are other spells that like you can cast before going into combat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They probably specify on the effect that says you gain temporary hit points for the next 8 hours or something.
Yeah, that one I just feel like there's a big bubble around us, and while we're in that bubble, we feel a little stronger.
We
and
can
as soon as
get
that bubble's
HP.
gone,
But
that's the way I imagine it.
But then that effective, which makes sense, but
I will never use
renders him useless.
Yeah.
I'm never
Because
going to
then
use
he
it.
can never do
It-
anything else.
It's
It will-
going to specifically be
and
used
so
to
that's-
anti-charm or frighten, and I have to be within 30 feet of people, and I can't be charmed or frightened.
I think that's kind of the problem of being a damage dealer who's taken on some healing. If you were just a pure healer,
This would have sucked anyway.
Yeah.
This is just a sucky ability. I'm going to be honest, having to stand within 30 feet to maybe give you 3 minimum health,
yeah.
maybe, is
I
terrible.
think that it makes
And I can't pump it.
I
I
think-
can't make it better ever. That healing never improves over time with my character. That is static, always improves by 1 per character level. That's crazy. It never goes up number of dice. So that is a shitty healing ability.
Yeah, I think that it makes sense for it to be like, hey, if you have the temp HP, they're gonna stay until you long rest or they're gone. But
yeah.
if it's as soon as the bubble's gone, then it's kind of
That's
mute
okay.
ability.
That is the downside of taking a bad class. So it doesn't do what we wanted it to do anyway.
Okay.
And it won't work as far as what we want to do for DM rules. So I'll continue to omit this ability.
Yeah. Continue. Okay. So yeah, I short rest. I'm back to my my bad
I'm at,
max.
I got back up to 45.
That's what I'm at.
I'm only at
But
60.
that's not my max. So
Yeah.
That's not far off. So
Sort of still looking rough, but
Zorda is.
oh yeah, she almost
Do
fell.
we have any? We're just sailing, right? Like if I burn a couple, like I just don't want to burn all my spell slots, but I could definitely burn a couple to give her some healing.
I don't think it would hurt.
So I will cast healing. I'm gonna go touch Zorda and cast Cure Wounds on her.
Oh, thank you.
At 2nd level.
Ugh.
Let me find out. Okay, so 2d8. So she heals 12 points.
Wow, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Holy smokes. Yeah, because she was at 6 before. You said 12?
Yeah, but it might be 16. Let me double check.
Alright. Well, you let me know. Okay. As you guys are taking like your short rests and doing all that stuff, Yoster and Kelric are at the helm. Kelric is letting Yoster steer the boat again. So Yoster just has a giant grin on his face as you guys are all filled with like the sea air that's wafting in. Fairly calm day, especially with the size of the boat. The waves aren't really bothering you guys terribly. Let me actually just put this up here for you all. Okay. Water, yeah. Okay. Yoster, after receiving the healing from you guys, is also goes down below and comes out with large fishing poles and sets 2 of them up on the back just as you guys are cruising. So you guys, if you guys so choose to, are able to do a little fishing while you guys are sailing. If not, the rest of the day is yours.
What kind of fish I mean, for like, is it like?
Well,
Do you
they've
both
like
fish or
literally
just
like
tuna?
hooked some like large amounts of like meat to these hooks and have just like cast it out. So
Sharks.
they're looking for something big.
I'm wondering in the world.
Like, would
do
I
we
expect to see a
catch
tuna in this
or
world?
do
Oh
we
yeah, there's a
catch, like,
variety of different things. So
you
there's
know,
like
a
tuna,
gorget?
salmon, all the
Yeah,
stuff that we're
yeah.
accustomed to here, and then
Okay.
in addition
To
you
there
have
are
stuff.
some crazy
yeah,
D&D
like
Alright,
quippers
fishies.
and things
I
like
just
that
wanted
as
to
well.
know what I mean.
Yeah, no, totally.
If I may,
Yeah.
I would like to go grab Bree. I'm gonna be like, hey, come here. I'm gonna pull you into the captain's quarters. Are you napping? Or
Yeah, where are
where is everyone? I need to know where everyone is.
you? She's
Uh,
trying to be private on the.
Oh, we all kind of met near the middle of the boat. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of taking a rest. I guess I would either crawl back up to my hammock or I'd hang out down here if there's people not milling around. But I'm just chilling.
Yeah, I was gonna take a nap on the love seat.
Okay, I go to. Is the water at the front of the boat?
Yeah, where's
Yeah.
the crew?
God damn it!
Well,
There's
okay,
nowhere to
so
be
here.
alone.
So who's
I'm
under,
trying to
below, or
find
whatever?
a private corner. Oh, under the boat. Let's go down.
Oh, okay.
'Kay,
We're gonna
I'm
go
you're,
down.
you're inside, right?
Yeah, he's
Jared?
in the captain's.
And then I'm sorry, where did you say you were?
He's just chilling.
Crow's nest.
Up at
Chilling.
Oh, at the crow's nest.
Yeah.
Got it. In his normal
Yeah.
place. And then the two of you are
We're going to the under the boat.
We're going.
We're
to
going
be
down.
Alone.
going downtown. Gotcha. That's weird. Okay.
Hey, question. Could you identify something for me?
No.
Okay, I'm going to take my necklace off with the ring on it.
No.
Where'd you get that?
I've had it
Ooh,
for a
that
lo-
looks nice.
Yeah, one,
Shiny.
two. I found. I've had it for a long time. I just don't. I saw a weird glint in it. I've never seen that before. And I also. So I was just wondering if you could. It was weird. So I was wondering if you could just tell me what's up with the ring.
How long do you have? You don't know what it
Look
does?
at her
and you've
keeping
had it for a long
secrets.
time?
I mean, I'm learning that secrets in my family are a very common thing. So I was given this, but like I don't know if it has anything special.
Weird, never noticed before. Okay. So I cast identify ritualistically. It takes 10 minutes, but then I know literally everything about it.
So
I'm gonna laugh
Excuse me.
if it's like, I know it's Ella's ring.
Yeah, it says in the language I speak right here.
Elizabeth Drake.
so it has a charge that if the player drops below 0 HP, they automatically come back with 10 hit points. One use, but so it is like death.
Do you have to be attuned?
It is.
You
do
have
have to
to
be
be
an
wearing
it
it,
is an attunable
not
item,
just a
and once
necklace.
you use it, it is gone. The ring itself is there, but the magical essence, it's like a spell scroll kind of. Like you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
but
I wonder why it didn't work. Okay.
Wait, what? What do you mean
Nothing.
it didn't work?
No.
I've never
That
seen
was an inside my brain thought. That was not an outside of my mouth thought.
Honestly,
Cool.
I had the same
Very
thought.
pretty. Why do you wear it around your neck if it could save you?
I didn't know it could save me. And it feels weird, like
Where'd you get it? Did your mom give it to you when
Yeah.
you left?
yeah. Well, no, not when, like a while ago. Wasn't just when I left.
Just
But
missed
she
an
didn't
opportunity
tell
to say
you
your
to
dad
like
gave it to you.
wear it. She
No.
just said, "Here's a ring, sweetie."
Well, I mean, I would, but then like when I was like, I'm going to go be an adventurer, I was like, it's probably best to like not have a like jewelry.
Insight check.
go ahead.
I don't know why you're lying about this.
17.
10. Oh, I'm full of shit. Like you know that I am totally full of shit.
You know, 2 and 2 are not adding to 5 here.
They shouldn't add
I
to
know.
5. That'd
They're
be
not adding to 4, whatever. They're adding your 2 and 2 is adding to 5. So what's the real? I mean, come on.
Jared gave it to me. It's Elizabeth.
What?
It's Elizabeth. I know. it's freaking me out, and so I didn't like you are team. This is weird, which I appreciate. Like I just don't want to freak you out even more, and I don't know.
I mean, it is. Why did he give it to you?
He was like, your mom always wanted you to have this, and I was like, that's not my mom, and also like I saw her dead.
Okay, but we know the truth.
Yeah.
So it's concerning that they have this and they both still died.
Yeah, why didn't it? Why?
Right.
When she was wearing this, did she not like? And then
Yeah,
like
exactly.
and then if she did, and then Beast Jared was like, stay down. Like why didn't it? Why is this still in charge?
Yeah.
Like why didn't it work?
Also, why? So. Exactly, but I can see how this, if he knows what it is, plays into his delusion of, no, it totally worked. See, you're alive, Ella.
But it wasn't Ella's ring. It was that's his. I feel like I have to burp. His wife's wedding ring.
This is a wedding ring? Your honey
Yes.
never died. What?
But maybe he doesn't
when you
know
put
that
it like
was
that.
Wedding ring of never died.
Maybe he does like maybe he doesn't know. But then why didn't it work?
Maybe she wasn't wearing it. Like, maybe she had taken it off because she did the dishes. You know?
No, she was wearing it when we were watching those memories. She had
Had
that.
it on her ring. Or on her
Did she
finger.
have it on her finger?
No, I'm just laughing at the thought that her most vulnerable time is when she's doing the dishes.
I don't know. Why
not
else
wrong.
would you take your ring off?
Time to do this. Just
Time to get her. She has to look around every time she does the dishes to make sure there's no assassin or anything.
But no one's gonna know that the ring does that, so it shouldn't matter.
Okay, but anyway, was the ring on her finger when I saw her dead?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so something really went wrong. Maybe it was like a, like an insta, like double the hit points and this just doesn't matter type situation.
Or it could have been like, Jared is like, I'm all depressed because my wife and daughter are dead. I'm gonna go far and run away from my problems.
No, I know.
But
it didn't
also,
work.
also, because he was like, oh, like my wife.
Not done talking. Shut your face. Jeez. Poor Jacob.
Hang on.
Pause.
Yeah, but then Jared was depressed and he
Oh
left
yes, and then he was like, you know what? Just, maybe he went and had it enchanted, and now he doesn't actually remember that he had it enchanted.
after the fact.
Yeah,
I will never let somebody I love.
because the love will never die. Maybe he's symbolic.
Okay, so
He did say he does poetry.
second really morbid question. Because he thinks you're Ella. And
God, man.
hopefully we fix him and he comes back.
Oh, this is going right back to you.
Yes, but in the meantime, is it inappropriate for you to wear it in case you
You
need
think
it?
I'm going to spit? You think I'm gonna take one? You think I'm gonna wear his wife's wedding ring?
If it could
Yes.
save your life, put it on your toe. They didn't see it. Has to be there.
You think I am taking the
On your
last
toe.
bit of life representing his wife and daughter?
It didn't work. You can't. No one will ever
I am
use
not.
it.
I am not taking it. No, I am not wearing that ring.
Why were you wearing it around your neck?
Because I made a promise.
To who?
Ella and Elizabeth.
You made a promise to his dead wife
Oh,
of on the
man.
ring that could have saved her life.
Wow.
This is supposed to be emotional and tragic.
Oh
I
my
know.
It
I
is
just
tragic.
keep thinking of whoever is watching this for the first time just watched Bree laugh at
I'm
his
so
dead
sorry.
wife and
god.
child.
The irony
It is tragic.
is just so.
They don't realize the walls are thin. Jared's in the next room, like crying.
No, we're downstairs.
No, we're
Jeez.
down. You're asleep.
They're
You're
still
fine.
thin. Thin floors.
Oh my.
I'm not wearing.
Bree's just like freaking out this whole time, accidentally pressing down on the hearings. I'm hearing this whole thing.
So wait. So you're wearing it, what's the promise that you made to
That I
them?
would figure out who made him become the beast that killed them.
Wait, he killed them?
Wow.
Which we had to smoke.
It's been a long day, months.
It's been a long day, month. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
They
that's why it didn't work.
they
Someone
deserve
you love can't.
they deserve justice
deserve
and I don't think Jared. I know Jared didn't mean to hurt them. So they deserve answers, and he deserves answers, and so I'm gonna. I promised that I would find them.
So you have to wear the ring to keep your promise?
I'm wearing the ring as a reminder of the promise.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Does he know you wear the ring?
I don't know. Well, I got it 2 days ago, and it was in the bag yesterday, and so then this, yeah. I needed like a day to of like what the fuck, and then okay, I can, because at first I was like, I'm not wearing your representation of love that is dead, then you don't know, but you think, oh, that was too much. But then I was like, okay, I can make this something else for myself.
Okay, so everybody wins here.
Yeah, he's happy because he thinks his daughter's wearing the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy because I'm like, this isn't a wedding ring. And I can keep it safe for him until the real him is back.
Mm-hmm. I really hope he doesn't know that it has this power because I really feel like that will screw with his mind. So I'm gonna never tell him.
No, I don't think we do until real him is back.
I don't even think then.
Oh, I don't even think
No,
then. That would make it
absolutely
worse.
not. That might break him right back.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a good
boy.
idea. This is a hush hush secret
Yeah,
girl stuff.
This is you put it. We're gonna. I don't know. Secrets in the bank.
A girl so nice, I killed her twice.
Make sure you cut off the
Also-
finger first.
Now I have a moment. Remember that ring that I got?
Yeah.
It's a ring of trustworthiness.
What does that do?
It means
I mean, she knew you were full of shit that whole time.
I have advantage if I am touching the person for insight checks to check if they're telling the truth or not. And I have a +2 to insight checks. And then advantage. if
Ma'am,
touching
I
them.
have a +7 to insight checks.
Damn.
Oh, please don't say you're
So
gonna
this is a
hawk
double
his ring
extra.
for something else.
So you'll always know if someone's telling the truth. I only have a +3. So now I'd have a +5. I didn't even use it on that. By the
No,
way, I
wait, but
completely forgot.
so it doubles. Wait, what?
It's a +2 extra on top. And then if you're touching that person, you
You
get
get-
to roll at disadvantage.
So I would have a +9.
Yep.
And if I was like, how's it going?
Yep.
I would know if they were full of shit.
You just roll with advantage.
I would have a very good odds of
Mhm.
knowing if they're talking out of their ass. Okay.
Oh, that's something you should say in front of Al.
Oh shit. Lego.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah, is your light on?
Yeah. Is your mic now working?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Tis on. Sorry
Thank
about
you,
that.
everybody, for being patient. Well, I guess to you,
It
we
will
just
have
cut back,
been-
so it's fine. We had to fix
Yeah,
Bree's mic.
If you didn't hear anything of what I just said, sorry. In the interaction.
Okay, yeah. But while we're doing that, we also figured out this channel divinity thing that we were talking about loosely, just for anybody who cares what we've decided. The temporary HP is, it lasts until a long rest or
Use it.
use it
Until you're stabbed.
yeah, until you're stabbed. Thank you, Tyson. But the other things like charmed or frightened, if the sphere goes down, it is also lost.
Because it just
So-
it protects you from it. If you are charmed or
Yep.
frightened,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, never mind, go
Yep.
away.
And
Anyone
this
wants
was,
to-
we came to this conclusion after looking at a lot of other spells that
Yeah.
had things that were like duration of this. And because there is no duration, then it is
Yep.
as it is going forward. So if anybody has a problem with that,
Take it up with the internet.
Write
It's
it
a
about in the
homebrew.
comments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
write it
please
in
write
the
it in our comments.
Yeah, tell me.
and
Tell me all
yeah.
that you think that it
that
sucks, and
we're
I'll say,
dumb and
wow.
yeah. Well, don't say we're dumb. We're
We'll send you all the different spells we just looked at and the
Like
rules
if you
text
agree,
about
just
the
like
we'd love to
commentary
get
on
to,
No,
Pen
we'd love to
honestly,
talk to you.
Give us opinions.
all that we will do is we will copy and paste the first line in the D&D rule book that says these
These
are all
rules.
suggestions.
Yeah.
There you go.
We
Guide
are
rules.
making a decision.
I will come debate with you in the comment section. If
Yeah.
you
Drew is promising he'll fly to wherever you are.
debate me.
We're
Yeah.
just going by raw
On
dog
his
rules.
dime. Just yeah.
Look at
So-
that.
Wait a sec.
old
Yeah.
Okay. Now
We-
with all of that, you guys, I think we're still in the middle
Yeah.
of
We
a
were,
thing.
we were.
right?
So I have the ring of
back at it.
trustworthiness. Fancy, fancy.
Yeah.
Of all the people that do
Are
it.
you wearing it? Are you?
I am. I did attune to it, which is why I said I didn't use it. And I was
Do you
like,
mind just giving a quick recap, just because we don't know what?
Oh
just,
yeah, I had Bree cast Identify on the ring that Jared gave Tinker, and found out that it has a charge left, so that if you are wearing it and you are attuned to it and you drop to 0 hit points, you instantly pop up with 10. And so then
and she
Tink-
tried to BS me, and
I did. I tried
and
to lie
lied
for
about
my
it, and
ass.
I was like, no.
So I was like, actually, here's what it is. Then we're like, wow, Jared probably doesn't know that this, because it didn't work for Elizabeth. So,
Or Ella.
but Ella wasn't wearing it. This is Elizabeth's ring. You have to be wearing it for it to work.
Dude,
And
you're
then
pushing my
Bree was
strength.
like, oh, I have a different ring that I got back in Corbank, and it's the ring
Yep.
of trustworthiness, and it makes you very, very insightful, especially if you're touching.
Yep. You get a +2 to your insight checks,
Not
and
especially only.
if you're touching them,
No, I
you get
get
advantage
automatic
on the
+2
roll
on
in
insight.
addition to that.
Or whoever's wearing it.
Dude.
Yeah, but she has to touch.
No, your insight goes up, and if you're touching, then you get advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
And so
misunderstood.
that's what yeah, that's what I have.
Wow,
I know.
that's pretty. And like, how much was that? Nice. Did you steal it?
No, I made a bet for it.
But it was a steal.
You made a bet. Okay. Cool.
It was a they didn't know what it was, and so
Oh.
I was like, okay, well, they made a deal like, okay, it's 40 gold no matter what it's worth or what it is. I think I actually deceived them,
Yeah,
like
you-
being like, no, it's not worth that much, and they were like, okay.
Nice.
So that's how I got it,
Nice.
but it's pretty rare from what I have identified.
Wow.
Yes.
And I love that exchange too. All right, if it's something good, you pay a lot. If it's not, whatever.
Yep.
It's not that good. I'll buy it though.
Also
No,
take it.
it was I had to pay
He
for
had to
it.
pay for it
I
no
had
matter
to
what.
do it no
Oh.
matter what. If it was worth 5 copper pieces, I still have to pay 40
Yeah.
gold.
But if it's worth more, then she had to pay the more.
Yeah, exactly. And I
So
was
she
like,
It's a Price is Right type thing.
mm-hmm.
You really were
I
not.
just yeah.
You didn't follow the rules of the ring, being trustworthy.
No, I did not. But they also, if they were wearing the ring, then they would know that. But they
The
weren't,
ring isn't
so-
about being trustworthy. It's about knowing if others can be
Aren't
trustworthy.
you taking
Yeah.
a nap?
Yeah.
God his ass.
See, okay.
Yeah, no one's jumping to talk after that comment.
Aren't you
Oh.
taking a nap?
Yeah, so I have that. I did attune to it at the moment because why not?
What all are you attuned to?
I have that, my luck stone, which I
Mhm.
will never unattune to. That thing's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And my little dagger belt. That goes.
Mm-hmm.
I did unattune to my the pearl of power.
What's that do?
You get a spell slot back.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should give that to. Ow.
We gave it to Bree originally because I can gain back my Warlock
I
spell
don't-
slots on short rest.
And I don't.
Yeah.
If you're not using it,
Well,
would happen. But
True.
Isn't he
if you
sleeping?
are, if you
And
have use for
he's
it,
up in the
I think
crow's
you
nest.
could
He
use it.
couldn't hear us.
No, but I was going to.
Further from him than
This is the meta pigeon coming in here. I would use this if you don't want it, but don't worry
attuned-
about it.
I attuned to the ring of trustworthiness because I wanted to see what it does.
Yeah.
And not.
Yeah,
No.
I've got the luck stone, and I've got these gauntlets. That's it?
Yeah, because I was attuned to my magical bow, but Miss Hag
Oh.
had to take it, and so I had to snap that in half.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Meep moop.
Side note, we have a very different idea that you had to snap that in half.
I wasn't going to give her...
The
I was
magical
not going to give her
powers.
a powerful...
The satisfaction.
Horn
There's no argument
bow.
there. I'm just... We just got done looking at very specific words, and you
Yeah.
said have to.
Yeah,
and
there
I
was nowhere in this
I say
contract.
nay, nay.
In her mind, she
I
had
agree.
to.
I had to. Yeah, no, so I mean, that's... I've got these gauntlets and the Luckstone. That's a pretty cool ring. No, you can keep it. It's fine.
Honestly,
I grant you that permission.
So grateful.
it's having an internal conflict.
You can keep it. Don't
I
stop.
don't want to keep it. It's not of use to me. I just want the value of it.
Oh my
But
God.
I'm not gonna make you pay me for it either, because I only paid for it.
If
and for it.
if we ever end up selling it, because I mean, I'm sure, I hope, promise, pray, we one day have better items than something that lets me think of someone's line that require attunement. So if we ever decide, like, oh, no one is going to want this, and we're going to sell it, 100% of the profits will go to you.
Okay.
Love.
So I'm gonna take it off.
Odin's just standing here,
I'm
so now I
telling you,
can't
he's
sit
being
down.
a needy. He's
Like,
moved.
come on, man.
My dice is all. I have to rearrange it now.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I dropped
Sorry.
one. Anyway,
he's needy.
so I took it off.
'Kay.
And I give it to you.
Hell yeah.
That's a sign of trust.
Yep. So you have to attune to it.
Yeah.
How many things can you be attuned to?
3. So I'm gonna take that off, and I'm gonna attune back to the Pearl of Power.
Good.
I'll text you. I will. You know what the Ring of Power is.
We're
I'll text
good.
it to you.
I can just add it to my inventory and it'll auto add
It's-
everything.
He made it up. It's not a real thing.
Yeah, text me.
Yeah. I was like, it's not gonna be in there.
Okay, I gotta change my sheet though.
Jared is not
So-
gonna care for this ring.
Anyway, that's nuts that you.
Catfished as hell. I was just thinking about last episode. Jared saw the chain for the ring, but not the ring, right? So he's over here probably thinking like, "Aw,
I'm sure
Ella's
the
got
rings.
the ring on," and then you're gonna be wearing boom, different ring. He's gonna be
To be
like,
fair,
Whoa!
it's
That-
under her gauntlets.
That I mean, no, but also I'm still wearing Elizabeth's ring on. So if he sees the chain still, because he knows.
Nah,
what the
you
chain-
could have taken that ring off the chain and just wear the chain. Unless you see
But
that
he's
ring.
assuming, which
He is
he can
assuming. He
continue
is
to assume.
assuming.
Because he hasn't seen me put it on or seen it on.
Yeah.
So if he does even know, it's just the chain. So, but if I have a different ring on and he also sees the chain, then like, why does he care about that ring?
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm assuming
Ring
off
just
of an
don't open
assumption
sticky
from
note.
last episode, but I can see the hurt happening already, and I just put it out there. They call me Thoroughbird for a reason.
I
Mhm.
cannot believe I'm saying. No, never mind.
I see these things coming from a
Yeah, I
mile
am.
away.
Can I have a pen?
Here.
no.
Oh God.
We've seen you throw things enough,
We've learned.
Yeah.
I did it one time.
and that was
Yeah.
enough.
It was real worthy.
Actually, it was a lot of fun. I just don't throw the metal dice.
No, when I
Yeah,
did
but-
the smelling
Oh,
salts, it never passed in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Must have gone over.
it was close.
Anyway.
I don't know how we didn't do that. Yeah,
So
it was right here. Just toss it to me.
that's
Well, we redid the rigging, so I think it was the camera was further back.
To the camera.
Yeah, it
Oh.
must have been really close.
It was just.
Or it was really fast. Like,
one of the two. Yeah, we either went.
He's only recorded at 12 frames.
I'll find that dice later.
okay.
Anyway,
So yeah, okay, cool. Well, thank you.
You are welcome. So now you are our insightfulness.
Yeah.
Person.
I mean, like
Insight.
just like walking around day to day, my passive insight is 17. If I were to give a number to it.
She can't wait to bring this ring back to her home.
So people.
Hey, Dad,
Yeah, I was
What's
gonna
your
say.
plans for me?
So you can't. A bullshitter can't bullshit
It's
you.
yeah. I am very intuitive on people. Go
Do
in
you
the
think-
page protector.
Do you think that that's something you learned over time, being out in the world on your own?
No, I think it's something that I learned from being the youngest and never being allowed to talk. I was always listening. And so I would hear what people were saying in front of others and what I would hear what people were saying away from others. So I learned to read people really quick.
That makes total sense to me. However, when you came with us, you seemed like you really didn't know what your family was doing. So are they just really, really great at deceiving?
Well, I think that there are things that they are keeping secret even more. But like I learned how to read for most things. I mean, it's not perfect. I'm sure that they're
Yeah,
on something.
I get
Like, but
that.
like if someone was lying about like, no, this isn't your shirt, this is my shirt. Like I'd like they're full of shit.
Mhm.
Like little things I like
That
that,
makes-
I learned,
yeah.
and but now as
I was
time
gonna say,
goes,
I
I
feel
get
like
better.
your travels and interacting with many
Yeah.
different kinds of people, and now you're way better at like. Are you sure?
My bullshit sniffer is tuned.
So you're full on attunements.
Yeah,
That was
I am.
good.
I am. I have all 3 slots taken. I was gonna take pictures.
Yeah, you're fine. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know. Now I know what that is.
Alrighty. So you guys make it upstairs
Yeah.
to the main deck.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Okay. Al, you are in the crow's nest taking a nap, right? Is that what we said?
Meditating,
Or
napping, some sort of
Hour.
recuperating for an hour. Yeah, doing nothing of any particular sorts.
Jared, you were napping, right? Yeah,
Yep.
because you're an old man. And then the two of you make it up here, where you have Zorda go. Oh, just in time! We've got one on the line. Who wants it?
What?
The
What, there's a
fishing
fish?
rods.
Oh, I'm not very strong. You have the gauntlets.
But fish are smelly.
That's so smelly.
You don't have to touch it. Just reel the damn thing in.
I'll go.
All right.
Oh, good.
God. Fine, don't. I'll do it.
Do
Great.
you want to eat crocodile again?
Yeah,
I have
Yoster's
no
like,
preferences.
I'll do it. We
Go
just
for it.
thought that you
Go
wanted
go
to.
for it. Nope, you're good. Yep, get that fish.
Okay, great. So
Well, there's
now
a
the
fish.
DM's just rolling down time now. Okay. Nope, back at it again. Okay.
Okay.
The line snaps.
Oh.
Goes.
Bummer.
Well, next time.
That's right.
And they like tie on another hook, big old piece of meat, throw it in there.
What are you trying to get? What is that big like what's jaw?
Could have found out if you reeled it in.
Like, but like, are you fishing for tuna? Or, like, you go fish for something.
Yeah, these parts here, we've got there's shark in the water. That's always nice just because it feeds a lot.
There are sharks in
We
there.
weren't wrong.
There's depending on what part of the land right now, as we're going through kind of a off to the bank here. Every now and then there could be a migration of swordfish that'll come up.
Woo!
That type of stuff. Every now and then we'll snag something off the bottom. It's not typically fun, but sometimes it can be valuable, and sometimes it can be an old boot. You don't know. So
Trash.
yeah, it's just fun. You know, it
Well,
burns
yeah,
the time.
if you get another one on, let me know.
Oh, the other one's on.
God. Okay, here we go. Yep.
All right, thank you. Finally.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it's like I just made it up. Okay. All right. So the way fishing works, or the way that I've designed it to work, so it's a series of strength checks dependent on how low or how long the line is out, and it's your strength check compared to the whatever you have on the end's strength. And you need 4 successful strength rolls against the other.
Okay.
So first one to 4. If the other one 4, then it snaps.
Cool.
Make sense? Okay, so go ahead and roll.
First one's a dirty 20.
Okay. Mine is a 19.
Cool.
So that's 1 for you.
Dang, close.
Okay. Actually,
Hold on. I'm sorry. Is this
strength.
This is a strength check.
Yes.
Why? I was thinking of an unarmed attack for my plus. It is not.
Oh, actually, and I was wrong. I was thinking it was so mine is a dirty 20. Sorry.
Mine is a 17.
17. So one
did
for
not.
the fishy. We'll just say this. Second one.
7.
2. So as this is happening, like you're like trying to like reel it in, and it's just ripping line.
14.
Okay, so you gain 1 back.
Nice.
20.
13.
Great. I'm glad I'm using all of these good
Yeah,
rolls.
he's
here.
running away.
16.
Dirty 20. So I've got
Okay,
2.
we're even
Yep.
again. 7.
23.
Okay, so now we're even. 12, 13,
11.
11. Oh, that's what I rolled.
Fishes.
Fishes. 15,
23.
30, 20.
12.
This is
Now one.
ridiculous. Okay, now one. So the line breaks
Yeah.
for you. Thank God. I didn't expect it to. It's a
We're
fish.
too close.
Yeah, he goes. Dang it. All right. Well, maybe we'll catch them next time.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. So they throw it in again, and they've been like, you can tell that like Zorda has kind of like a basket that she's already caught a couple fish in. So
How? That was so hard to catch.
they're not as big as
No, I
it
know.
doesn't seem like. Some of them are good size, but like it, whatever you guys were just like passing by seems to be large.
How long
Ever
do you think
heard
it's
of a
been?
saber-toothed tuna?
How long do you think it's been?
Aware.
After their entire conversation,
And her.
our rules debate. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's probably been maybe like 15, 20 minutes.
You're gonna sleep for so long.
Still sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't
maybe
have
coming
to
on a half
sleep
hour,
for a short
depending on.
rest.
So yeah,
Fine. You know what?
You just don't have to. You're not doing anything active.
yeah. The fishing thing is just a fun thing while you guys are traveling. I don't even count that as like it's a short. Rest.
We're short
It's-
resting.
Did
I-
you like?
Kind of just keeping an eye out.
Was
I
there
guess,
any
generally.
annoyance,
You
or
are
did you make
just up
any
top,
noise
just
or
like,
anything
go ahead and roll a
from
perception check for
failing
me.
that fish?
No,
All right, cool.
I'm
Still
okay.
sleeping.
With
I'm
guidance.
cool not catching
And
a
at
fish.
disadvantage still because I'm still exhausted.
Yeah, because you have
right.
not taken a
I just
long
need
rest
something to wake
since
me up.
then.
Perception is only gonna be 9 total. Yeah, 9 total.
9 total.
Oh, I need something to
Where
wake me up.
where the ship is, that you can still see the shore,
Mhm.
but you're probably like a half mile to a mile off the coast.
Okay.
You're every now and then you see like birds and things like that that kind of like soar kind of just within the wind. And every now and then even you'll see something like breach the water like far out, but you're unable to make out what that is. This does give you direct like memories of the last time you were out on your own, especially standing where you are, feeling that like wind brush past your face and the feeling of free, like being free and not being tied to anything.
Yeah.
The wind, it feels like tentacles.
I would say that
Suction cups.
maybe in a different way, this is probably the happiest Al has been just on a regular activity.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like searching for answers. Obviously, that has made you. It's a different type of happiness. But at this point, this is probably the happiest thing that you have done. Specifically, I would assume, unless you can
I
think
think
of something else. But.
Sailing in particular, I think especially. I think that's definitely something that's always been pretty attractive to Al. Like, I mean, flying isn't something he can do, but being like bereft of the need to be attached to the land and all is, and still feel the breeze in your feathers in a sense of the word, right? Is probably the closest they can get.
Yep.
While
There's a
being
lot
a
of
land-bound bird for now. So.
100%.
Yeah, I agree. He's just kind of taking in the ocean a bit. Yeah, just enjoying it. I think he originally intended on kind of keeping an eye on where they were going, and just kind of gets lost and just kind of hammocking in the ocean sail a bit. So
Yeah.
Is
He's
that
gonna hang
a
out.
goal to get Al to fly?
Mm-hmm.
that is probably his biggest dream. At some
Fly,
point
talk,
in time, fly.
fly, talk, think.
Yeah,
Those are his goals.
absolutely. We've relatively recaptured thinking and talking over the course of. We mimic both. He doesn't quite create his own thoughts yet. He takes ideas and he
Tweaks.
permutes them until they kind of make new ideas together in a way. He's edging on new thought. He's edging on his own words, but he still talks in the voice of mimicking a voice. He doesn't have his own voice, so to say. And yeah, flight is the one that's way the fuck out there still.
I'm gonna stand at the base of the thing and say, "Hey, ow!" in the hearing.
Yeah.
You want to try something?
What's up?
Jump. And I just tell her to
Bree,
jump
what?
out.
No. Why?
Jump.
Just jump out of the crow's nest. Trust me.
Bree.
Trust me. Do you
So
trust me?
as you're sleeping, you hear in the
Jump.
jump.
Apparently, it only goes to one person.
Oh.
No,
I
it
don't.
goes to everyone.
It goes to everyone.
I thought we've clarified
No,
this.
it goes to everyone.
Oh.
I don't think I swim super great.
You don't. Please, just trust me. Just jump down to me. Like, just jump out.
Jump. Just do it.
Please, just trust me.
Why are you telling him to die?
He's like looking over the hammock and
I
he
promise
sees.
I got you.
All right, you know what? That will probably wake me up. What the fuck is going
Okay.
on?
And he I don't think he jumps. He takes a step.
The
And,
second he does, I cast Featherfall.
He goes to grab the thing and he misses and continues to
So you just float gently down, but it would probably mimic you
so
trying to learn to
he's
fly.
leaning back over to grab and he flips over, I imagine, and he's kind of spirals and then he self-rights inches off the deck.
Yeah, no, when it's Featherfall, you just
You
like
just slowly
drift and
Yeah, I
float
imagine
down.
The only problem
spinning.
is the boat is going. And
It's not like that. I mean, if he jumped
So
from
he'll,
there,
like,
he'd
land on,
end
like,
on
the
the
deck.
back.
yeah,
Yeah.
so Al hitting the mast
Oh god.
as
yeah.
he comes back, falls just with the mast behind you. Doesn't hurt,
Yeah.
and it keeps you in front, but you are aloft for a series, a good minute, or not a minute, but a good while,
Yeah.
as you just kind of float down, which you've never felt before.
Yeah. I imagine at first that this is probably distinctly different from the vision I had with the Raven Queen the first time I met her in the cemetery.
So, to clarify, Featherfall is 10 feet per second.
Yeah.
Oh, so it takes him 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not slow, but it's not quick.
And I want that to be the scene that I walk out to. Just, what is
Yeah,
happening?
and you just see Al just.
Yeah, he kind of gets there. I imagine by the end of the 3 seconds, but he's kind of the first he rolls a bit and then he stabilizes and kind of catches himself. He's like, "This is cool. What the heck is going on?"
Does it feel like flying or smoothly falling?
I think smoothly falling. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Wow, what was that?
Just.
it's ironic. It's called Featherfall.
Yep.
And you have feathers, but you don't normally fall that way.
No, and falling is usually really painful.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
So that was a weird thing to wake up to.
Did you not know I had it? Were you like, oh crap?
Emily knew what was happening, but I don't think Tinker has seen that
Yeah.
yet. So she was like, "You're gonna kill him."
I've never experienced anything like that.
I swear she's used Featherfall on
That's
us
very cool.
before.
Thank you.
Yeah. You never know. Thought I'd try it out.
Oh, it did.
Sometime in the future,
Holy cow.
maybe that'll be helpful.
I hope so.
Hopefully, I'm able to.
Some strong
I'm sure it'll
milk.
be helpful with some of the stuff we get up to, but I'm sure learning to fly will need some kind of help someday. So
Oh yeah.
Well, it'd also
that'll
be
be
good,
cool.
when
Got
you
your
are
back.
learning to fly, if shit starts to hit the fan, you can be
Yeah.
like, whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
so you don't plummet.
actually hurt yourself.
if we ever get there, I agree. I hope
Well,
so.
You'll learn
If
to
we
fly.
ever get there, you'll get there. We'll make sure that happens.
We'll see.
Oh, you're out here now, aren't you? Damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Good morning, sunshine. How was your nap? Okay, he's still
He's
napping.
not. He's not awake.
Anyway,
Grumpy morning person.
anyway.
Oh, I thought you were.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking to Odin.
No.
Nope, we're talking to you. We're still waiting.
Oh, good
The earth
boy.
says
Good morning.
How was your nap?
It was fine. It was weird hearing jump. Just do it. Jump.
Yeah, that was a really odd.
Did
odd,
that is what woke you up?
Yeah. A little voice in my head that said jump is what woke me up.
Bree has this cool spell called feather falling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've never experienced that before. That was very cool.
It had to have been before. Maybe it was in Raylan.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Maybe it was in Meadowshore, and Polly is the other one that experienced.
That could have been it.
I don't think Tinker's feather fallen.
That's cool. Now I got to work on the up part. But the downside,
True.
man, if you had some kind of like,
Levitate and then featherfall.
yeah, or like a giant set of wings that like flapped, and then you just like
If you weighed
you wouldn't need to coast.
if
could
you
just
weighed-
fall.
Tinker, go ahead and make a perception check.
if you weighed 10
See if
pounds
he
or
has
less, I
wings.
could mage hand you up, and then
If
you
you
could
weighed,
fall
yeah,
down.
yeah, if you weighed,
You
if you weighed
notice
under a certain amount, that'd be
10
cool.
pounds. is
Kelrick
what
and
I can do.
Yoster like seeing this and like talking and being like, and that's what
There
you
be
notice.
witches here.
And they're like pointing at like Al and like kind of like the mask.
Okay.
We could definitely hang him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, now,
Shoot.
Tell us how you really feel.
having heard none of that,
Yeah, no,
I'm
no.
kidding.
That's
not what they're saying.
I
But
am
you notice
gonna-
that they're
Uh-huh.
like talking and pointing.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go back and see if I can outline anything else while we're on there. So I'm gonna go retake my position up in the crow's nest and edge. I mean, I still have roughly half an hour. I'm just trying to kill and make sure I can recover. So I'm gonna go put my feet back up and I'll listen to the conversation. But I'm just gonna go
Okay.
look out, do
Yep.
my lookout things.
Yep. And I'll just use the same perception check if that works.
All good.
I mean, you can roll again if you want, but
No,
Is
I think it's same kind of like
yeah.
same experience, same deal. I'm just up there a second time.
You also notice that as Kelrick is getting Yoster still steer, that Kelrick is rolling a giant cigar. He has like cigar paper, and he is like packing it with tobacco and rolling one.
I am going to find a glass, drinking glass,
Sure.
or cup, something, and I'm going to pop the plow on the alchemy jug for wine.
Okay.
I'm going to have it summon some wine, and I'm going to start
Yeah.
pouring myself some wine.
Sure.
I'm gonna go port
That's
side.
stronger than beer.
Okay.
Actually, conveniently, where Ella is,
Damn it.
and just I mean, I'm not going there for you. You just happen to be there, and just kind of stare off into the distance out this way.
Keep telling yourself that, Broody.
Go ahead and roll
So-
perception check.
Shut up, Birdie.
if you want.
Birdie and birdie.
is this? I assume it's much more rough water, not, but like more sea-like than
I don't
the
like
swamp
pina or
was.
colada.
Yeah, so I don't think you've ever been on like in the ocean before. You, Sarah.
Yes,
You've been in the ocean, Sarah?
in the Australia.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
In
so,
the Australia.
so sorry.
Australia.
So yeah, you have. You're right.
Yeah.
It's very calm, but because it's an ocean, there's just a natural like
yeah.
wave to it. So as you guys are moving around, you guys have been on the boat for a while. So you guys have kind of picked up some sea legs, so you're able to just kind of like self-adjust. Where before, within like the first
Right.
hour or two, you were like stumbling. It was kind of like you were intoxicated or something like that. But now, not so much, and it is like calm. It's just you hear the like slapping of the water against the like the keel of the boat or the hull, excuse me. But it's not rough.
I rolled a 7 for perception.
So you like notice that there's a little bit of like white cap on the water. Again, not rough, but just like as they're like rolling over. You don't see anything off into the distances to where you're looking. The land would be off to this side. You just see some like clouds that are like kind of pillowing through.
If I saw land out this way, I would be questioning so much.
It might be. You just didn't see it.
I have the map.
I'm gonna. Kelrick's at the helm, right? Or one of the crew.
Kelrick's up at the helm with Yoster, and
Zorda's
then
down front.
Zorda's down in the front.
Hey, Zord, do we have like?
And then the 2 fishing poles are off the back.
Not do we have more combat, but like we're not. I mean, now that we're in the open sea, there's no more like warning places we should know about.
Who are you asking?
Zorda. I walked over to
Oh.
Zorda and I'm asking Zorda that.
Well, I mean, there's always the chance, but it's not nearly as likely as in the swamp where it's almost definite.
Oh, if there's a chance we're gonna have it.
So if I have too much wine, it's not going to be an issue.
And she takes her flask out again and be like, "You might need to catch up." And like, she'll also go like, "Hey, I noticed you seem to be a fan of the liar dice. Before, do you ever maybe gamble with items?
What do you mean, gamble with items?
And she will pull out, and you've seen this on her. It's actually a really nice looking dagger that is kind of like engraved within the handle, and it's in like a nice sheath. She goes, last time we were charting people around, I won this off one of the individuals. They didn't want to gamble any money, but they happen to have this on them. So, just food for thought if you'd want. I wouldn't mind maybe wagering this. It's a little fancy for my taste, but, you can look at it too if you want. It's up to you.
The somber music makes her realize it's
that's
Cora's
real
knife.
Oh, my God.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm always interested in a trade or a bet or a gamble.
All right. Well, if you think of anything, you let me know.
Okay. All right. And then I have a half a joint from last night. I did not finish it. So I'm definitely gonna toke that up and be like, dude.
Kind of like looks back at Keller. She's like, well, I am working, but.
I mean, you all. I just watched you take a swig
I
of your
was like,
glass.
the alcohol
too.
is fine, but the
Trust me. But why not?
Okay.
And you see as she she's not very good at the passing part.
What?
She's like, big old drag, holds it, lets it out,
Damn.
and then hits it again.
Puff,
And
puff.
yeah, and then
You can keep that half if you
oh
want.
no, sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's all right. That's all
And
right.
then hands it back. She goes, it's been a while.
Oh.
Man, that stuff last night with your bird friend kind of messed me up.
Yeah, you seem a little white.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never felt anything that strong before, in terms of like a divine sense. It was like
What
calling
made you
for
want to
me.
try it?
Well, and like she kind of stutters and stops for a second and goes, and I guess the same reason why I'm out here. I don't really have much else. And, want to try new things and hoping I can find a new start. In any way that means. Now, don't you tell anyone this. Jokingly, but like kind of menacingly, like brandishes the dagger that she's been holding. Like,
I will find you.
yeah. I'm just kidding. of course.
Okay, new start. What do you want? What are you running from?
Might not be what, but who. But what are you doing out here?
How she got
Who?
real pissed that she was accused
What are
of
you
being
doing
a
out
thief
here?
for stealing
I
stuff.
am helping my friends. That's what I'm doing here.
Pretty eclectic group of friends.
Yep, we are all weird.
Judging by this conversation, I would agree.
Mhm, yeah.
Well, thanks for the toke and enjoy that wine.
anytime.
Yeah, you guys are all right. We sometimes get stuck with some real. The DM is blanking, and
I
all I can think of
understand.
is fuddy-duddies, which I don't think Zorda would use. But
Sort of would use.
it
Might
might
say
be-
Duddy Fuddies.
I think that's more of a Yoster phrase, but sort of nevertheless. Like
Stick in the
get-
muds.
Yeah, we get some real assholes, and it's nice to have some less self-entitled people, if you will. However, your elf friend seems to be slightly on that.
We are continuously trying to break those walls.
Don't get me wrong; she seems nice. Just
We get better every day.
a little naive.
I just wanna break you
Very
down
young.
so
We
badly.
she's grown up a lot, believe it or not, since
Seems
I've
like
met her.
She's had a good good life, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Yeah, not
And she
something from
has.
maybe doesn't seem to be cut from the same cloth as you and I.
Nope. She's definitely not. And so, we've had to check that privilege a time or two.
I can tell you, there's nothing better than that feeling of putting those rich assholes in their place.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Feels great.
Well,
Okay.
Stay down on the ground.
I'll just try harder. It's fine.
Try harder, do better.
Seriously.
keep on
Goodness
gracious.
keep on doing that.
All right.
I bet she could come around, but
Oh, definitely. You gotta talk to her. She's
I'm all right.
okay.
But hey,
no,
you know,
but-
maybe we could wager something to hers. Maybe she has some good things that we might be able to.
Well, let's find out. That's a good idea.
Just let her know.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I'm gonna go get some wine and yeah.
Hey, I hear you.
I'm gonna come to you and ask, do you have another glass?
There's a bunch of chalices in
Yeah.
the.
Okay, can I
You-
have some
you
wine?
also had there was cask of ale in the captain's quarters.
Yeah,
you didn't
but,
have to
but
use yours.
wine is stronger
Yeah.
than beer.
Sure.
That's the goal.
Cheers. And then I'm gonna pass the joint to you. Just a little one.
Okay. I will take a little hit.
Standing right next to Dad.
Ew.
You're not my dad.
Yep,
so-
exactly. I'm an adventurer, damn it. I do
Yeah.
what I want.
Yeah,
So
I'll take a little hit.
'Kay.
smelling this from the crow's
yeah.
nest,
Ow.
as I
Yes.
kind of look down and I see all of my friends of Coleman, I'm like, oh, sweet. And I'm like,
It's time.
I will grab another chalice. I'll be like, ow,
sure,
Cool.
sounds great.
for you. I find the widest chalice I can so that he doesn't have to like stick his beak down into like a champagne
Like a
flute.
saucer type.
Like I'm
thing.
looking for like a
Yeah, there's,
yeah.
you can find
cool.
one
Yeah.
easy enough.
Would you like one?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Cool. I will grab one more. Fourth glass of wine. Let me just double check. I want to say it makes 6 gallons.
That's a
I don't
lot.
know.
I don't know if
Six
we have
glasses might have
enough.
taken it all up.
Jared,
No, I'll pass on that.
Jared, we have all taken a hit.
Just a
dude.
little
I
more.
can smell.
As,
Peer
Oh,
pressure.
1 gallon.
as Gala Cala,
It's still a
you,
lot.
Please,
you
come on.
have to. It's like
It's our last
spiritual.
night on the boat.
This is that whole thing that
Do
ties us
it.
together.
Oh my god.
Do it.
It's
Peer
bonding.
pressure. Peer pressure.
Fine.
It's
Yeah!
bonding. It's fun.
Yoster kind of like walks past you, just and like climbs up kind of towards the crow nest, carrying like a large rope.
I am watching his ass.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That's mine. Yeah. so-
Absolutely, just like motherfucker better not touch my shit.
Huh. Shadow Court had a lot stronger stuff.
Excuse me.
Kellerick took a toke yesterday and told me it was real
When-
strong.
When is the last time you partook? Military days
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
or post Ella days?
No, probably 10 years ago,
And
halfway
this
in
is
my
not
military career.
strong enough for you, then
I was,
take
saying,
another
I was
hit.
saying it's strong. It's just not
Honestly.
as strong as this
Honestly.
that I remember.
Imagine if he's doing this in the military. If they don't have any rules against this in the Shadow Court military, you just hit Shadow Court on the right day, and all of the armies just gonna be like,
Yeah,
So
go and bathe. We don't
true.
need it.
There's
I'm
really,
sure-
poses some real holes
I'm
in your
sure
defense
there are
system.
rules against it, but
Oh boy, dude.
the good thing is all
attack on
military
April
obeys all
20th.
rules all the time.
If our world everybody was on, it'd be a little bit nicer.
Oh
that
my
was gosh.
man.
like on April 20th, just that's the day we attacked
That's the
Shadow
day.
Court.
It's like
the day the
World
sun
War
went
II,
black.
Christmas. All right, peace.
Yeah.
Let's just eat and be merry for one
Except
day.
it went green.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
I did not know that about you.
We're taking a trip to Shadow Court, right?
Yeah, that's not a story that's would have come across.
I will take
Sure.
the saucer.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely,
Oh.
This is like some
sipping.
Jesus level drink and be merry, my son.
Yeah.
So I'm looking out east again.
Why? What are you staring at?
Yoster
Where we've
jumps
been,
down, holding
home,
this tied rope,
so
like
much.
holding on to it, and like then runs it back to like up to where Kelric is.
Okay.
So
My
you're
attention is redrawn to the sail. What is he doing?
There just seems to be like a rope that's been tied to like the top of the mast, and he's now like carrying the other end back up.
You know, the best part
Making a
is
zip
Jared
line.
was just about to initiate conversation and have a nice little heart to heart, and Bree's like, "I got drugs," and I was like, "You got drugs?"
All right, if
Um,
Yoster goes back up the sail one more time, I will say something to him.
You stay out of my bed.
Listen, buddy, I was okay
Are you
with it
telling
once.
him that?
No, I'm just
Okay.
making a mental note that if Yoster goes back up the bowl, I want to say something.
Listen,
to
man,
him.
I was okay with it happening once, but like, what the fuck are you doing?
This might be your boat, but that's my bed.
You just are you brooding during bonding time? Like, what are you doing?
I mean, like, are you referring to right now as bonding
Yes.
time, not historic? No, I'm just thinking, honestly. A lot has happened in the last month,
2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
And I'll turn to Ella specifically and be like, you ever think you'd get this far?
No,
You did not.
I really thought it would be. I don't know. I didn't think that far. I didn't think past going out and seeing what I could do to show that I could do it. I didn't have. I thought I could go try to save. I found the job of go find the princess. I took that and I thought that'd be a look at what I did. I'm still trying to have the look at what I did. I still haven't finished one. The first thing I tried to do out here on my own was try to save the princess, and I'm still trying to deal with all of. We still don't know where the princess is. I still haven't done one thing.
We saved Grasmere,
Yeah,
so you did one thing.
and then I tried to go home.
I don't remember
I know you don't.
that.
I could. They didn't want. It didn't work. So
Well,
I tried.
I mean, I kind of, if you're referring to your letter, I kind of assumed that you wanted me to come here.
Maybe I did. I have no clue what that letter said.
It hasn't been 2 months. I mean, I'm not going to hold you to every letter you've ever written.
Mental connection. We're looking at the stars. Sitting on top of the Noel's hole.
Whew. Yeah.
You see Yoster climb back up there again.
Hey, Yoster, what's up there, man? What you doing?
Oh, it's a surprise.
Okay, well, my
You'll like it. I promise.
my hammock's up there.
I see that.
Cool. Just want to make sure you knew that.
Yep. It's a good hammock.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thanks. Another piece of rope that he's like hauling up here.
Guys, I don't know what he's doing.
I probably know
I
he's
think
doing.
I overheard when you were talking about flying. I overheard them like figuring out an apparatus to help you fly.
Learn to fly. It's a zip line.
I think that's what they're doing.
It's
I don't know if it'll be a zip line, but possibly a swing or something to
makes more sense.
Well, if it helps anybody fly, this sounds like magic. So I'm super excited to see what
I'll try it.
We've done plenty of stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
You taught me to read and
See?
speak.
See?
2
Check
months
that off the
ago-
list.
2
Cool.
months ago, I was picking mushrooms out of the swamp on my own. And then
And
I
we've-
sailed across the ocean, and I found you guys. That was my 2 months.
It's
Did you think that she would make it this far?
Well, clearly not, because he thought he had to come out and help.
No, apparently you asked.
Okay.
I
Noted.
I can't fight the delusion.
the letter's in my memory somewhere. Maybe we can figure it out later. But that's a weird question. I meant geographically this far.
Hmm.
I mean, I had no idea where she wanted to go, but this far away from home, maybe she wanted to go further.
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's not done yet.
And we aren't done. We still have further to go.
I don't really have a destination. I never had a destination. I went to the first city I hit and heard of a job and went down to do said job, and now we're here. Like there hasn't.
Exactly, and that's what all I meant. Like we just set out, and here we are, literally on the other side of the continent.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess no, I didn't expect. I didn't have an expectation. I could have been out for a week and have done something to put my name to.
It's an interesting thing to think about, actually. Because after 2 months of traveling, you're right. You guys have gone much further than you thought. I've come back to where I started.
But like
Ooh.
wholly new.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. I can remember this time around. I could tell you what I did 2 days ago.
Did you ever go to Strongbank?
I had gone that direction. I don't.
You never got all the way in.
If I did, I don't remember. I very well may have.
Yeah.
Before I really remember.
But
much.
Saxondale and Corbank were your stomping grounds.
Absolutely.
God, the fact that like you went through that swamp back and forth multiple times.
Lived in it.
God damn.
It's funny, things look at you a lot less threateningly when you can't think about them. Nothing's really super scary when you don't know you should be afraid.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty true words there.
I also didn't have a whole lot that I was afraid of losing.
Like your talisman.
Like you guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually can try to always make a new talisman if I need to.
What?
Really?
Yes.
So when I played a prank on you?
I didn't notice at the time.
All right.
In one of my dreams, it's a minor segue. This is a real game mechanic. I'm going to put this. This is
Okay.
actually how this works
Dun,
in game for the
dun.
talisman. I can perform a ritual over the course of a day or two and reconstitute
But
a
something
new
else to
connection.
become. Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's
with,
good to know.
With a new talisman to kind of reforge the connection with it. But
Interesting.
but I need a new artifact
A new item.
to make the connection. If this one were to ever be destroyed, so it's not as easy as I can just do it, but
so
I
a
could
new necklace?
or something like that. I could try to shift the connection.
Yoster comes swinging down, holding the rope again. And like,
A
walks back.
shepherd's staff.
Guys, what the fuck is this zip line?
So why don't you make a backup item just in case, or if you ever want to change it?
One at a time.
Well, I mean, you have the item, but you don't need to put the transfer yet. You can just be like, I have this here waiting in case anything ever happens.
Because
Yeah,
we're gonna
but-
find him a shepherd's staff, and
But I'm
that
not
will be
gonna
his
lose
new
this.
talisman.
Or he could use a necklace I gave him.
I'm not gonna break this.
No, that's gonna last forever.
So why do I need to have a backup?
Did Jared see you give the necklace to him at any point?
I feel like that was the time that you like. I was being.
That was
quiet.
just them.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just
Okay.
us.
Yeah, we were. I forget
in
where
the
we were at in-
trees. We were in the tree. We were in this. It was after. Yeah.
It was
Yes.
post prank.
It was
Yep.
when you
when
were.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
convinced Bree to steal my talisman.
Yes, and I felt really bad, and it was when I was trying to get you to flirt with
What's his butt?
face? Yeah.
But yeah,
But
I
he
can
gave you a
actually.
necklace?
No, this is not a. That is not something I'm disclosing. That is context for players.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Bree said, like the necklace that I gave you.
No, I think that was Bree talking to Emily.
Yeah,
Or Sarah.
yeah,
sorry.
so it's me talking to
player,
Emily.
player,
Oh, okay.
Player knowledge.
You know, it'd be
Sorry.
so helpful if
Fine
everyone
then.
else had voices.
But game, yeah, 100%. I can if I ever were to. In one of my
It's totally
dreams,
blue.
after all of that went down, the Raven Queen. This is what I mean. She kind of like helps me with some of my fears that I have. She reminded me in that moment that our connection is not so fragile. It's not tied to just a piece of jewelry. It is, but it isn't.
Well, that's good. That's got to be comforting to know you can't lose her.
Right, but also means I have all the more reason to focus on losing the things that I can lose.
Ooh, very true. Very true.
Which means I'm just going to do the best I can to not have to lose them.
Exactly.
Hence why I'm never replacing this.
Cheers to that.
Can't argue that.
Ow.
Yes.
Yoster just like walks up to talk to Zorda.
Cool.
Zorda, both of them come and walk back.
This ship confuses me.
There's a plan going on in this boat, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah. If you're okay with this, can you show him your time in the Hellowoods? I want to see it. I want to see the people who trained you. I want to see who told you that saying that you say when you're doing archery. I want to see those people. You've told me those stories time and time again, but I want to see it. And now we have a way that we can.
I mean, I'm not entirely opposed to. I just thought that would be like a later at night thing when we're winding down, but
We are whining. We
We
have
are
winding
winding,
down.
not whining.
It's well.
All the
question's been asked.
same. It's
Let's
all the
go.
same. Let's sit in a seance circle and all hold hands.
But last time that happened, Al passed out.
Yeah, there's a lot less of us this time, so you never know.
Very true.
But also not to the Raven Queen's realm, but
Nope.
to
Right.
the Hellowoods.
And in this case, I'm not trying to. When we can keep this to just you and I for sure. I can
Yeah,
talk
no,
with you and then talk with Tinker.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep the group connectivity to when I'm trying to do something like that for sure. I think for my sake, that might
Yep.
be easiest for me to do one at a
I'll
time.
just watch. And exactly.
Zorda now
We can
climbs
catch up
up
later if you
the-
want
What on earth is happening?
Yeah, they are.
Go ahead and roll
really-
perception checks for
Okay.
anybody that.
Yeah, I am 100%. I would love to know what the fuck is
Got
going
9.
on up there.
11.
She has like these like
16.
smaller ropes that she has
24.
like tied to herself. Sorry. Okay.
9.
9,
16.
16,
16.
16.
No, 11.
24.
I was gonna
24.
say yours is
Okay.
not 16.
So all of you notice that there seems to have been 2 ropes
I remembered 16.
that
so
have been
that's
tied
fine.
to the mast and then to each corner. Now Zorda is like climbing up with like like a dagger that she saw that you saw up there with like some other ropes that have been like tied in like loops. And then there's kind of like a burlap sack thing that's been kind of like tied between the two of them.
It's a harness.
And she like goes up, kind of takes another piece of rope and like swings it around the like mass itself, and then with her legs like shimmies down both ropes that have been tied out and ties knots into both sets of the rope, and then there's this kind of like swinging thing that comes out of it. And then she frankly just drops down back onto like the back deck as she like slides down and then drops. That's what you guys notice.
She's making a zip line with harnesses.
That looks super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But first, Hellwoods.
Totally up to you, Jared.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I will establish the mental connection with Jared. What would you like to show? What of your time in the Hollowoods, I suppose?
I mean, I guess just all that I can remember. Pretty much all that I explained to her the other day
Okay.
was that I went there, that I did training.
You can literally pass if you want to. Like you can read verbatim because
Okay.
he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as
If you
much
don't
as
want to, you don't.
whatever you would like to share,
Yeah.
right? So if it's something like, hey, these are details, and I can read them later, that's cool. Or if I can read them now, if you want to. But if there's anything you want to
Well,
omit, you can choose to omit whatever you want to.
She's gonna want to know them tonight, so I should probably.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
While you're pulling that up,
It's up.
Yoster is going to come up and go, excuse me, I know you guys are talking and things, but we couldn't help but, the captain and I couldn't help but notice that you were trying to fly, it looked like, a little bit. Well,
Something like that, I think.
Yeah.
sometimes on long journeys, it gets kind of boring here. So if you want to, we've rigged this kind of apparatus that you can put your feet in, or hooves, or I'm not quite sure.
Feet.
Hooves?
Feet.
What
I don't-
bird
I don't
have
know.
you ever seen that has hooves?
Clearly, you've never been out at sea.
Hippogriffs. Continue.
Clearly, you've never been to Singapore. No.
Like
Who's the
commonly
Captain
hoofed
Jack
seabirds.
Sparrow now?
I was like, oh, hippogriffs. They're
Hippogriffs have
Okay.
claws too.
And
And
both, they
hooves.
have
The
both.
back
They
is
have
hooves.
horses and let's back to the
Yes. But if you put your feet in the stirrups there, you can push yourself forward, giving you kind of the sense of like soaring and flying. We have that sack there that kind of, or the
You lay on.
burlap that you kind of lay on your stomach, so you can, really like lean forward if you want. We just thought it might be nice for you. Anybody's willing to do it, but
That's awesome.
We just know. So just so you guys know, we threw that up there. By the way, the fishing's great too.
I mean, Al, if you want to do that before the memories, they can wait a few minutes.
I'm already saying. As soon as you say if you want to wait, I am already. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it. And I'm like,
Yeah. So
I will be right back.
Come on. Let's take a turn.
okay.
I gotta see what this is.
Yeah.
So Yoster climbs up with you.
Mhm.
And goes, okay, so you put the feet
Like
in,
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like it literally like where your foot is, it kind of goes in like the arch of your foot on either side.
Yeah.
And then he holds on to to the rope that's like tied around the mast and like lowers you. So if like the lines
Oh,
are coming like
cool.
off this,
Yeah.
lowers you into the center,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
and then you can control like the pitch of
I
you.
understand. Yeah.
And so then, and you're getting the wind coming like up from the breeze, so you're really able to like lean forward if you so choose to.
Oh.
So he like lowers you down, and so now you're.
Yeah.
I'll go up here and just watch.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think, like I'm getting kind of lowered down. It's like at first, the first few seconds is pretty similar to the feeling of just like the falling, and then you realize you're held there,
Yeah, and then-
you're not toppling. You're
Yeah.
in a position. So, like, oh, this is. Heck yeah, this is
There's
sweet.
your wings out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like start like
stick your arms
leaning
out.
into it. Yeah, he'll really try to like hands out and try to. It's like I don't know how this even works, but this is so cool.
Yeah, so you're just feeling like the wind again. It's just something that like they
Yeah.
like threw up for you, and like Yoster's like, oh yeah,
Yeah, like a dog gets excited when their head's out the window. I imagine the same kind of idea here. Of, like
Mhm.
feeling like the wind like through his feathers is really
I
like
was like,
satisfying on like a deep
Yeah.
evolutionary level here.
Yep. And like you see that
have
like
videos of
Yoster has
his
like
ears.
dropped kind of the rope down, and is like, pull on that to like one of you guys that's down
from
below.
up top? I'm up top. I'm trying.
Oh,
I'm
are
trying
both
to
of
next.
you?
I
you
was
guys have
gonna
all
go, but I
followed
didn't
that?
go up. I didn't follow right
I'm
away.
down here, so I can go do
We
it.
can
Yeah,
follow,
if Yoster will be like, go grab that, and like so if you pull on it, it gives you he can raise it you up and down, so you can like go up and then come back like down
That's
as
cool.
well. So like you're really soaring kind of behind the mast as you like. You can't go super far left or right, but you can go up and down.
That's super cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'd probably like hog up for at least 5, 6 minutes, and just like
I'm fine,
yeah,
keep
and
going.
eventually I'll like, my arms will probably catch notice of Jared down there moving the rope. I'm like, oh, who wants to go next? I could totally switch off anytime.
No, I kind of. You deserve this, Al. You
Yeah,
keep
keep it as
flying.
long as you
You
want.
keep flying.
Cool. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
hang
I'm
out
gonna
for
crawl back down. Like after seeing what this
Yeah.
means to him, I don't want to take.
Yeah,
this.
I'm good.
This is his.
And so as you guys climb back down, Yoster is gonna kind of like lower a rope to you and be like, "Hey, I gotta go," but you can control it on your own. So you can spend as long as you want up there. You don't have to go up and down anymore if you don't want to. So yeah, just so you guys know, that is also a thing on the boat.
Uh-huh.
If you guys want to,
Let's
your
go.
archery things I think are still there as well. So
I keep passing you the. If you
I'm
want.
good. I'm Tinker's.
So how
drinking
come you
this
wanted wine tonight? Just cause? Why not?
Does the job faster than ale?
You just want to get a little silly?
Yeah, I just want just
Want to forget?
no, just want to have a couple glasses of wine.
Just 2? Come on, let's tie one on.
I mean, start with a couple and see if that turns into a few, and once,
Okay.
but once I'm
Anytime-
out of a gallon, it's a gallon of wine.
Yeah.
Let's
And
not
is
have
it
a
just
gallon.
chilling so I can like fill my own?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, once that's out, I can't summon ale, and I can't summon.
Don't you
any-
have 2?
No, Polly has one.
Fucking Polly.
Damn
Yeah.
it, Polly.
And she also has the other sending stone. I still have her.
Oh my gosh.
It's your fault.
So after like 5-10 minutes, I'll come rejoin the group. It's like 10-15 minutes total, is I imagine. Especially
You
seeing
good?
kind of reconvene. I will kind of come and rejoin everybody else. But yeah, I'll
Sure.
like lower myself or raise
So-
myself back up so I can come and come back down.
Anytime her glass is like barely half full, I just keep. Yes.
yeah,
I
go ahead and make a
just
survival check for me.
keep
Cool.
putting it in there.
No.
I do the same to Jared.
13.
Like you're okay. I mean, you're definitely
Honestly,
on your way.
I'm
Yeah.
probably doing the same to everybody.
Anybody who's participating, go ahead and roll survival checks, including
I'm a-
you, Miss Bree.
Very slow sipper.
That
survival.
don't matter.
I-
You
to-
take
to-
one sip and I'll put it in there.
Okay, is it survival? Is it survival?
You-
saving
you can have
throw?
advantage on this, Jared, because I know that.
Survival
so-
check, so it'd be a disadvantage.
Okay, understand. I was like, this is a survival check, not a wisdom saving throw.
No, no.
That sucks so much. I got a nat 20 and then a 2.
No!
I got a 6 total.
Flying
so
and drinking do not mix well.
I got a 6 total.
You both got 6s?
Mhm.
Okay. So you are starting to spill the wine as you're pouring it.
Bree's like, I'm so sneaky.
yeah. The weed is hit in a way that you're like, these shoes on my feet, I bought that. Like that's the yeah. Yeah, so you're
even
kind of
sipped
at
and
that
she's
level, and
overfilling
then
it.
you with the like flying, very very cool. But once you've come down and kind of had a couple more glasses, that feeling of flying has kind of taken you
Yeah.
with the like equilibrium of the boat, kind of going back and forth, and you're like, oh boy.
Yeah, going from finding your equilibrium on a boat to then in the air and then back to on a boat, and none of this is land. It's all just like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. It's hitting you a little bit hard. If it continues, it's definitely going to be a tough road.
I think
22.
I'm
But
gonna
yeah, you're fine.
I'm gonna
Dang,
take
dude.
this for now, and I'm gonna push my
Goblet or saucer.
yeah. If anyone wants to do the rest of this, please help yourself. I maybe
Are you
should not.
okay?
Yeah, I think so. That's just
Sorry.
dizziness is
Oh.
flying is really cool, but that's maybe not drinking
Is it-
and flying.
Is it like too much to like zoom through someone's memories?
I don't think so. I
Cool.
don't.
You're
Hold on.
stumbling
He has
on your words.
motivation.
We will find
We-
out.
Oh,
But no, I
This is how his time went. Just crayon drawings.
very physical dizziness. I think my head's okay.
I mean, especially because your thing came with like an exhaustion level. It's kind of like if you've ever like had to like rally after a long thing, and it's like the following day you're just like, I'm not having this. That's kind of the sickness you're in, not the like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm out of control type of a mentality.
Absolutely, that's kind of what I figured too. Like I am dizzy and tired and exhausted, but yes, we can. I can cohere. I'm here.
If you can go here, I'm a little concerned about what's about to happen.
We are cohering.
Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
Pinka has things she's looking for in these memories. So
All right. So I will connect with Jared. Where do we leave off? Talk about the Hollow Woods, and I'm gonna do my best to focus on settings and faces.
Okay.
are like specifically. Obviously, we can remember all of it, but I want to try to really remember those specific key pieces as things that I know that I'm about to try to show to Tinker. Lots of T's in this.
Words are hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm concerned for us cohering too. But yeah, so I'll connect with Jared and then connect with Tinker.
And at that point, we're going to take a break, and we'll be
Cool.
back. So,
Awesome.
alrighty. Cool. Thanks. See you in a
Ow,
minute.
my
I don't know
foot.
what that kind of wave was.
It's still recording too.
Oh my gosh, get it out of here.
I wasn't ready.